StreamYard is wanting to play the, am I here? I think I'm here. Hello. I was trying to play the wrong intro. All right, let's see. How come I can't? Hello. Where are my comments? I can't see comments. Oh, there they are. Comments. Got it. All right. Hello. Hooray. Hello. Hooray. All right. Sorry. So we're working on the intro to the new podcast. And so StreamYard wants to play this fabulous music that is the intro to the new podcast, but that's not the intro that we were trying to play. So sorry about that. We'll have a quick, abruptly stopped intro. La la la. That's okay. And I don't know still like if it's working on Instagram or not. Let's see. Are we working on Instagram? It looks like we probably are maybe working on Instagram. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Huzzah. Some have little glitches still this week, but I think I did it. Okay. So here we are. Welcome, 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 Sharon, welcome, Steve, welcome, Chris, welcome all the people. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I'm very happy to be here. As you know, this is our last one for a little while. This is our last one for a little bit, but then I'll be back. But I have something really important I want to share with you, and we're going to get it posted up on the website. I'm going to put it up on the Facebook page, and we'll get it posted. I don't know how to put it here in the comments, so we'll just look for it on my website because I am going to be teaching at. I'm going to be teaching. Sorry, I forgot to mute my phone. I'm going to be teaching in Aspen and Snowmass in July. So I am so excited, and you all are invited. So this is really exciting. Soul Journey Sundays and Soaring Heart Energies has invited me to teach at a mediumship and spiritual development retreat in Aspen this summer. It is July 17th to the 20th. And I am so excited to be part of this with the fabulous Julie Spejans and the incredible Deb DeSalle. And I know there's going to be some other teachers, and I can't wait to have more of that information. So we're going to be getting all that information up on the Facebook page, up on the Instagram, up on the my website, including links for you to be able to register. So if you would like to come and hang out with me in Colorado in July, I am very, very excited. Okay, other piece of really super exciting news. You all know I share things from the Universe Speaks, the Universe Talks, messages from the universe, from Mike Dooley. I share those on my page and with you all the time. I am so excited. If you didn't already catch it on my Facebook page, my blog post about my Aunt Linda coming through to visit with me and send signs from the universe, signs from the spirit world, was selected by Mike Dooley to be featured on their blog at tut.com. So if you go to tut.com, tut.com, and tut.com, and you click on the blog posts there, you will be able to see my blog post there as well. And I'm going to put in the comment, Soaring Hearts Energy. Let me make sure I'm sending this the right one. Soaring Heart Energy or Soaring Heart Energies. Hang on. Make sure here is soaringheartenergies.com and G's.com. Join me in Aspen. I'm going to learn how to do this ahead of time when we get back from our trip. So, and it is Healing Wheel Travel is if you want to go to get more information about this. Travel.com. I believe that is right. So let me double check that. Yes, Healing Wheel Travel and /contact. All right. So you want to come and hang out with me in Aspen this summer. I am really excited. So, okay. Hi. Who else has joined us? Hello, Gia. Welcome. So, very, very excited. Yes, so we have, did I put this? I did. So if you want to see my blog post, you can go to tut.com. If you would like to join me in Aspen, here's Soaring Heart Energies and where you can get that information. And also Healing Wheel Travel is the company that is putting that together. So very, very excited. So two really exciting things. Hello. And then of course, this week will be our last, it's exciting for me, maybe not so much for you all, that this week is our last Monday together for a little while. I will post some things as I can during my travels. So we will be gone for a few weeks. So do be sure you watch the space to see when we'll be back. I believe we are scheduled to be back together on Monday, the 25th. So that I believe is May 25th is our next one together. So stay tuned because I promise I'll be back. And then in the summer, we'll also be launching the new podcast as well. So there is a lot going on. Now, I do have to say, we are in the waxing. Okay. We're in the waxing of the new moon, but it's still not too late because this is the new moon in Aries. And the new moon in Aries, I mean, we're in the moon cycle of Aries, and the Aries is like the new year for the astrological world. Okay. And Aries is the first astrology of the new year. So this is the first sign of the year. So like January kind of thing. Where am I? There we go. Okay. So it's like January. Oh, I see my different cameras on. Okay. Never mind. So, Aries is January. Okay. It's the kickoff of the new astrological year. And so this is an amazing time, Aries, to say, let's go. And I know we've talked about that a little bit before, because remember, we had that energy that was like, whoa, everybody just hang on, just kind of stay in your lane, right? Just like the yellow caution flag, right? That they do at the races, right? Wait, there's an accident. Everybody just stay in your lane. I know they do this thing in the tires to keep the tires warm, right? So just keep your tires warm and just stay in your lane, right? And then it was Aries. Now it's the new moon in Aries. So we're in the waxing. So the energy is coming up from the new moon, but this is the time that says go. And we talked about this last week as well. This is the go time, right? It is time for us to get going, to get moving, to get forward, to get, so all those things that you've been talking about, I wish I could, I shoulda, I wanna, I would love to, I think I can, all of those things. This is the time to say, let's go. And so I want you to think about this while I'm away on vacation. I want you to think, you hear me in your head, visiting your ears, and you hear me going, I think I can. And I know Sherry would want me to. Okay. So this is such a great time for you to get started, to get going, to go. Okay. Because all of the astrological signs right now are saying it's time to move. It's time to move. Okay. So not surprising. This is also going to be a time where we might see some little hiccups, because when we get going, we get into things where there are speed bumps. Okay. I leave my house, and very, very often I leave my house and I can go to the left out of my neighborhood or to the right out of my neighborhood. Okay. And when I go to the right out of my neighborhood, I very often go through this other neighborhood that has speed humps. They're annoying. Speed humps are annoying, right? But they're necessary to keep people from through the neighborhood, and people do. And the speed humps remind us to slow down. So the minute we leave the safety of our nest, there's going to be speed humps, because we're doing something. If you stay home, guess what? There's going to be some kind of speed hump there too. So this is an opportunity for us to say, listen, I'm ready to go out, to go forward, to do, and to see what happens. I understand that I'm going to encounter speed humps. I also understand I'm not going alone. I understand that there are my angels, my guides, my loved ones in spirit, all of which are going to be with me. And I say me, I mean we. Okay, that are going to be with us along the way. That says, hey, we are not alone. We see this every single time I pull any card. We see that we are not alone, that there are others that are with us, that are trying to be with us, that are looking to be part of what we're doing, that want to help. The universe wants to help. Our loved ones want to help. Okay. And that is so important, because so often we think, oh, our loved ones are gone. We have, they've moved away from us. We can't ask them for things. And that's a lie. Our loved ones love us it just as much, if not more and better in the spirit world. And I'm not saying they didn't love us great and that they weren't awesome, and not everybody's awesome, and hopefully your loved ones are awesome, but they learn and they remember who they truly are. And when they get into the spirit side, they have so much more ability to help us. So why would we not let them and welcome them in? The thing is that we're so taught in our society to say, oh, they died, they're gone. That's a lie. That's a lie. Had the privilege and honor of doing the Sunday night service for the Journey Within Spiritual Church in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey last night. I work with Journey Within from time to time. It is such an honor to be included there. And I was the featured speaker and one of the message givers. And I had the privilege of connecting with a woman in spirit who gave me so much incredible information and was such a joy to talk to. And she acknowledged that she was not necessarily the easiest, warmest, fuzziest person in life, but that she had so much pride and love for her family that is still here, and so much desire to help and to support and walk with her loved ones that were still here. So much so that she even said to me, I know that the person who was receiving this message was starting a new adventure, starting a new volunteer opportunity, something. And when I asked the recipient, I said, there's something about a new volunteering opportunity or a new adventure that you're doing with volunteer work. And the woman said to me, she says, well, yeah, I just started researching it. Just started. And I said, well, your loved one in spirit would very much like to be part of that journey with you and would really like to help you pick and would like to walk that path with you. Now, don't tell me that they don't know and they're not paying attention and that she didn't bring that message through as part of the larger message to say, I'm here. I see what you're doing. I want to be part of it. I want to be part of your life. So as we are going forward, I may be going on vacation, but your loved ones are still here to be part of your life. I will still be here to be part of your life. But our loved ones want to be part of our life. And it's up to us to say, hey, I know you're there. Come be part of my life. Come participate with us. Come close to us. Because when we do, they absolutely want to be part of what we're doing. And they show us those signs all the time. Okay, so that's what I want to say. That's what I've been asked to say. What I've been asked to share is so important to remember. Our loved ones are with us and they have so much ability to help us to move forward and to help us to walk together on our path. Because again, Aries, this is the time of the moon cycle in Aries. This is the time of going forward. This is the time of where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? This is the time to take a chance. This is the time to take, and I'm not talking about financial gambling or anything. I'm not ever talking about something that would make you unsafe in your home or your family or your job, or your finances. Please know where your boundaries are. Well, this is a great time for us to take a chance, to take opportunities, to say, where can I stretch myself? Where can I say, I'm just going to go for it? Okay. This is the time to say that right now. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say for us this week. What is the most important thing that we need to know right now for what's going on in the spirit world, in the world, the universe, the energy? What do we need to know? Okay, this is the card. It says new life, new life. And look at her. She's standing on top of that pedestal going, woohoo! Okay, so this is a new life card that says it is time to take a chance. Literally, it is time for us to get out of our own way. It is time. Look at her. She could not be more joyous. Look at all that light radiating out from her going, woo! Okay, this is the time. Then 39, the card number is 39. So 9 and 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't laugh at me. Okay, 12. That's 2 and 1 is 3. We know that there is more to the story. When we see that 3 number, we know that there is more to that story. Okay, but we also know this is 39. 39, 3, again, more to that story, right? We talk about the butterfly wings. When we see that butterfly looking like this, we see that beautiful outline of the butterfly looks like a 3, right? And then we open up the butterfly. There's so much more to that story for us to know. And the 9 says the past is in the past. That journey is done. Okay, we done. We did that journey. We have walked that walk. It is time for a new walk. Now, I'm not talking about upending your life and throwing everything out with the bathwater and any of that stuff. Find what's right for you. Where does this fit, sit, resonate in your body? Where does this feel right to you? What feels right to me and moving into new spaces may not be right for you. We are all on our own journey, on our own path. Remember, we stay in our lane. We don't have blinders on so that we don't see what's going on, but we stay in our lane. Stay in your lane. But what is it? Where are you? Like, what is it? New life. Because yesterday is done. It is time for new stuff. Okay, we are stepping out. How can I step out into something bigger and better and bolder than myself, even if I'm taking only a small risk? Okay, what is it that we can do that puts ourselves out there? Maybe we volunteer with something. Maybe we introduce ourselves to somebody. Maybe we sign up for a newsletter. Maybe we go to a meeting about something we're curious about. Even if we sit in the back, it still counts. We showed up. Okay, put your name on the list. Something, do something that is calling to you that you've been saying, I really want to. I'm a little scared, but I really want to. This is the time. Okay, and know that there's somebody there when you walk in that door who's going to be warm and welcoming, who also is feeling, I really want to, but I'm a little scared. Okay. What else do we need to know about what's going on with the energy right now to help us take these steps forward? What else do we need to know? Chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict. Now, this is 33. So a lot more to the story, but we see these numbers, 3, 3, 3. It says more is coming. There's more to the story. And it's interesting because I was just talking to somebody yesterday about 3, 3, 3. It says, listen, slow your roll. Well, okay, we don't want to slow our roll. We want to stay. We want to keep going. We want to go forward, right? But at the same time, understand that while we're going forward, stuff is moving into position for us. And so it's not ready this second for us to see it. Otherwise, we'd see 3, 4, 5, right? So we see 3, 3, 3 that says, we're working on it, right? It's when you go to the drive-through and they say, we're working on your order, please stand by. Or they ask you to go sit in that parking lot spot for a minute so that and we'll bring it out to you. Okay, that's 3, 3, 3. I have placed my order with the universe, and now I have to go sit in the parking spot while they finish making the fries, and they're going to bring it out to me. Okay, that's 3, 3, 3. But chaos and conflict is the part that says, we don't know who we want to be. Am I a zebra? Am I a giraffe? Am I upside down? Because if you look really carefully, this one, he's got a leg going up. Let me see where you can see it over here, right? We've got a leg going up. We've got legs coming down. We're going forward on a beautiful sunny day. We have all the possibilities in the world, but we're not sure who we are and who we want to be. And so this is, listen, when we start to take that step out in faith and go show up to that thing, even though we're a little bit scared, it's going to push us out of the comfort zone. And it's going to help us say, is this the path I want to be on? Or is this the path I want to be on? There's no wrong answer. But choosing our lane, staying on our lane, right? Choosing our path and letting ourselves grow into this new life. At the same time, having this opportunity, knowing that as we step out, those things that are no longer true for us are going to fall away. Those pieces that are not zebra, because this is a zebra that wants to be a giraffe, that's got giraffe coating. So those pieces of zebra are going to fall away. It's why this is upside down. These pieces are going to fall away that are no longer applicable for us, that are no longer resonant in who we are. Those things will fall away. Those people will fall away. Those opportunities will fall away, and new things will step in because now there's space to step in to fill the gap. New opportunities, new doors. We saw that 9. That's it. Past, door closing. Something new. When we can make room for something new, new doors will open. When we're trying to carry all that stuff with us, we can't carry anything more. It's like plants. I don't know if you have noticed, for here in Florida, we had a really unusual, very cold February. It was very cold. And so many plants died. And so here in Central Florida, there's dead trees and dead plants everywhere. But you can see in the places where the landscape people, neighbors, companies, whatever, have been chipping away and cleaning out the debris. And the county people are saying that there is literally more debris being picked up by the debris people than after a hurricane right now, because so much stuff died, because all of our Florida plants are designed for Florida, right? And so a lot of our plants died. But in the places where you can see that the dead part has been cut away, the new stuff growing in to replace it, the roots of the plants recovering is so fast. So we have some plants out in front of my neighborhood. They cut off the dead stuff, and from the bottom, the plants are recovering so fast that by the time I get back from vacation, I think that whole hedgerow is going to be replaced. Not that they put it back in, but that it grew because it had room. And because all the time that the dead stuff was on top of it, there was no room for the plants that were trying to recover from underneath to grow up. Those branches were dead. They weren't going to sprout new leaves up here. It had to come from the roots. And so once this dead part was taken away, there was so much energy and space for the roots to say, new sprouts, new sprouts. And these plants are recovering mind-bogglingly fast when the dead stuff has been cut away so that the energy was free and clear and there was a path to go forward. It is the same for us. Stop carrying around that dead stuff that froze in February. You don't need it. It's dead. Leave it alone. Let it go. Let it be part of Mother Earth, which is going to turn all that stuff back into ground and earth and fertilizer for the ground to nourish us all. We don't need to keep carrying all this stuff. And that is what they're talking about. It is time for this new life, right? It's time for us to be able to go forward. But we got to know who we are, and we got to know where we're going and what we're doing, because the chaos and conflict comes from, am I holding on to the dead stuff? Am I letting it go? Can I let go of stuff? Will I be okay without this? Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And I know I'm doing all this with packing, because it's hard to pack for several weeks. And, do I need this? Do I not need this? Can I, my weight of my suitcase and, do I have enough Q-tips? I mean, it's the things we think about, but the things we hold on to because we think we need them and we don't. So what can you let go of? Because this new life is talking to you about the past is done. We are moving forward, and we want to get some clarity about, I don't need to hold on to these things. I'm going to be a giraffe covered zebra. I don't need to hold on to my zebra coat. I have put on my giraffe coat. I can let go of the zebra coat. Okay. So what is it that you can let go of that you think that you need to hold on to, but it is the dead material that is hindering you from growing? Be the plants. Be the fresh growth of the plants. That is so available to you right now. All right. Where are the hiccups? Where are the hiccups? Like, what is the thing that's going to block us from doing that pruning that needs to be done and giving ourselves permission to go forward? Okay. So this is upside down. This is the leg up card. 34. There's a 3 again. 3. We've had 3 in every single card today. 3, 3, 3. Okay. But this is 34. Remember, that's the number of support. We are supported. 4 legs of the chair or table. There is support for us. All we have to do is ask. And that's the leg up card. The leg up card says where we're going to get caught up, where we're going to get hiccups, what are we missing? The place that's going to block us is because we're not willing to ask for help. We think we have to carry it all ourselves. We think we have to do it all ourselves, and we don't. Okay. It is not a sign of weakness or cowardice or any other to ask for help. It is a sign of strength and discernment and wisdom to say, I need more than what is being offered to me, than what I can do on my own. I need to enlist the help of outside sources, friends, loved ones, spirit, something. I need help. We all need help. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength and courage and wisdom. Okay. And so where we're going to get held up is when we are refusing to ask for help and we think we have to do it all ourselves. And that is a lie that we have been programmed to believe. We don't. We are so much stronger together. Okay. So when we look at this, we can keep trying to make it work, but asking for help is going to be really important. Okay. And giving ourselves permission to collaborate, whether it's with our loved ones, with the divine, with your ascended master spirit, faith, belief, faith practice, your family, friends, whatever it is. This is the opportunity that says we can do this. We can do so much more when we're willing to work together. Okay. So we have the 3 and the 4, because this card was 34. So we saw 3 we've talked about, 4 we've talked about, 3 and 4 is 7. A 7 is change in direction, which brings us right back to new life, right back to new life. Okay. It's time for a new change. It's time for a new way. It's time for a new way. So I can't wait to come back from my trip and hear all about the amazing things that you all have done in my absence. All right, let me pull the Malachim cards. I was asked very much, not very loudly, not to forget these today. So we're going to pull a couple of Malachim cards. If you remember, the Malachim cards are the Israeli, they're Hebrew, English, and Arabic angel cards, which I love. And they talk to us about overarching concepts. This one really wants to jump out, so we're going to hold on to that. Overarching concepts that want to be included that are going to sit over on top of the things we've already talked about. So I'm going to pull two, and then I'm going to pull onto the one, I'll acknowledge the one that really jumped out. So this is friendship, which is cover wrote. Friendship, okay. And I love this because this goes right over the card, over the intersection of the card of asking for help and figuring out who we are, right? Chaos and conflict, because we can do so much when we enlist the power of our friends, right? And then this one is sincerity, Canute, sincerity, okay? Sincerity. And I know Sharon's going to correct me if I pronounce it wrong, okay? Come from the heart. Bring your friends along for the journey. Your friends want to help you. If you're moving in a new direction, those people are going to cheer you on, right? And the people who don't cheer you on, maybe you're not inner circle friends, and maybe don't share with them right now. Inner circle friends, right? And then this is sensitivity. Ragi-shot, maybe, perhaps. This is sensitivity. This is listen. Lead from the heart. Be authentic. Be true to who you are. Don't be overly sensitive so we get our feelings hurt every 5 seconds. If that's you and you're an untrained empath, please go to my website and check out my online course called The Empowered Empath Method. It was designed for you. And if you are easily overwhelmed and offended and hurt your feelings, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just an untrained empath, and you need to learn. You have the opportunity to learn about strengthening your boundaries and understanding how and why you process information. And the Untrained Empath Method was created exactly for that. Okay. However, for all of us, we can be a little on edge. We can be a little prickly. It is a rough time out in the world right now. And we can choose to be triggered or prickled by all those things. I don't like the word triggered. We can choose to be prickled by all those things, or we can choose to say, I don't really want to connect my energy to that right now. I'm going to stay in my I'm going to protect my sensitivity. I'm going to stay in my sincerity, my heart space, and I'm going to be grateful for the things that I have, and I'm going to be grateful for the ways that I can show up to try and make the world a better place. And we don't show up to make the world a better place by screaming and railing against. Thank you so much. Chris has just posted the link to the Empowered Empath Method. We don't show up to make the world a better place by going, okay, then we're just adding to the noise. We show up to make the world a better place by peaceful protest, by signing petitions, by calling our Congress representatives, by standing up for the things that we believe in from a place of love, not in a place of I'm right and you're stupid, from a place of this is what I believe and why, and I'm open to hearing what you believe and to knowing that there is a place we can come together in the middle and find comfort, companionship and compassion, because for all of the noise, we truly are more alike and more aligned than we think. So, all right, that is what was asked to come through for today. So let me open it up for cards for who all wants to have a card. I'm going to get a sip of water, and we're going to see who needs a card from your all's side. And we're going to say hi to Ellen and Claudette. And we'll say hi to, we'll say hi to Michelle and Claudette and Sharon and Belinda. I'm so glad that this resonated for you today, Belinda. It's fantastic. And Ellen and Robin and another Sharon. And here is the web address for the Empowered Empath Method. And thank you for that, Chris Judd. And we will jump in here. All right, so we have Sharon Goldstein. Oh, a big jumper card. This must be for Sharon. All right, a big jumper card for Sharon. This is Loyal Heart, okay? Loyal Heart. And this is card 35. So 3 and 5 is 8, okay? And this card is about knowing, how do I say this card? This card is about being true to ourselves, to our path, and not choosing to stay too long at the party, okay? We can't rescue everyone. We can't save everyone. We can't sacrifice our own self in order to save someone else, and to make sure that we are, to a point, staying in our lane, but knowing where our boundaries are, which is hard, especially when we're dealing with loved ones and different challenges that can come from that. It is important that we are standing and holding that space for ourselves and for our loved one, but that we are understanding where is our boundaries and what things, where are our priorities, and keeping our priorities ordered. Okay. And so this is really important about making those choices for ourselves. The interpretation of this card often talks about being loyal to self first, but with things that are going on in Sharon's world, I think it's important that for me to have the interpretation that I'm receiving that says choosing what priorities are right for you, and that is important. Okay. And knowing that this is card 35, okay, and 3 and 5 is 8. We know 3, we've talked about that. 5 is a fork in the road, right? And 3 and 5 is 8, which says spirit is with you, right? We have the infinity symbol with 8, says we've been here before. We know we're going to get through it. We have time. That time is going to be working with us, and that the spirits are going to be working with us as well. Okay, so that's for Sharon. Okay, all right. So we have Michelle Krantz. Absolutely. So we've got Michelle. That was so I know where I am. All right, card for Michelle. And then Sharon, that card literally just flew out the deck while I was doing, even just touched it to shuffle. So I know that was for you. So Michelle Krantz, this is to the sea, and this is card 7. And so this is also a change in direction card for you. And what I want you to really understand is, see that, I don't know if you all can see this, but right here, there is a face, okay? Way up there, it's really subtle in there that you can see this face, right? And so to the sea is talking to us about new adventures. And 7 is that change in direction card. We just talked about that. And so this is a new opportunity for you, Sharon. But what she's in the boat with the calmest of seas. The telescope is behind her. She's not even looking at it. She's looking at her phone or her book or whatever she's doing, and the wind thing that points the direction is pointing, and she's just floating along. And so this is a time of allowing for a new opportunity to come to you, Michelle. And the thing is that what they're talking about is, as you're allowing this new opportunity to come to you, don't discount it, because there's a tendency to say, oh, that's too good to be true, or oh, that's not really for me, or no, I couldn't possibly say yes to that. And they're saying, hello, we're trying to show you that this is not about water. Okay, to the sea is not necessarily about water. It is about going with the flow. It is allowing spirit to come in and the universe to come in and literally serve something to you on the calmest of seas that says, hey, this is a change in direction, and you might not have been expecting it, but this is going to be good for you. Okay, give us a chance. That's what they're talking about. All right, so that's Michelle. We have Melissa. Oh, what a sweet picture of you two. What a great picture. That's Melissa and Steve. I love that. All right. So for Melissa, we've got milk and honey. This card comes in upside down. Okay. Milk and honey is 51. So 5 and 1 is 6. 6 tells us we want, now 5 is that fork in the road. 1 is that new opportunity. And 6 tells us that there's something new that wants to come forth, something new that's coming out. We're birthing something new into the world, something new. And now I think graduation is right around now, or I think that's where we're at with this. But this is, listen, you get to take a break, you get to play, you get to enjoy the fruits of your work, your labor, celebrate your success with milk and honey that says, listen, don't take a break for forever, but don't forget to use this time to say, hey, me pat myself on the back and say, good job. I did a great job. I worked hard for this, and I want to make sure that I am enjoying it. Don't lose the gratitude. Sometimes we can be so focused on the goal, and we're going for it, and we're working super hard, and we get distracted from the gratitude. So this is talking about, please do not be distracted from the gratitude. Remember that it is okay for you to take a little time to enjoy the win, celebrate the victory. That's a lot of what is coming in through with this card, Melissa. Okay. All right, we have Ellen. Absolutely. Ellen. Let me just make sure, I like to scroll down the cards. Sharon says that resonates, and you are very welcome. Melissa gives me little smiley faces and flowers. Yay. Michelle says, I just dropped off an in-person resume at a place down the street. I talked to the gentleman there and got a good vibe from him and the company. They will be doing an interview soon. Woo! I love that. I love that. Fantastic. Take this as confirmation for you. Absolutely. All right, Melissa. Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. You are welcome. Absolutely. All right. So we'll come back up to Ellen. All right. That's fantastic. All right. So we have great excitement for Michelle and her upcoming interview as well. Ellen. So this card for Ellen is all that glitters. Okay. And this is 16. So 1 is that new journey. 6 is that new birth, something that wants to be birthed out into the world. 1 and 6 is 7 that talks about this new direction, new opportunities. But this is going to remind you not to be blinded by, so Michelle just said she got a good vibe. That's great. And so if they would have said, just as an example, like, yes, we're hiring right now, come in, we're going to pay you $1,000 an hour, maybe it might be too good to be true. And so with all that glitters card for Ellen, and that's, I'm sure Michelle deserves $1,000 an hour, but with all that glitters, it reminds us that we want to keep our feet on the ground. It reminds us to use our own discernment, our wisdom. And Michelle said something really important, got a good vibe. And so this is that reminder. Did I get a good vibe off of this? I feel like I got a good vibe off of this. I want to make sure that I'm staying in alignment with myself. Okay. So Ellen, as you're going forward, don't be sidetracked by things that seem that they might be too good to be true. Don't immediately discount, because sometimes things are too good to be true. It can happen. But what feels right to you, and make sure you're staying true to your vibe, right? Okay. All right. So we have Chris Judd for a card. I love that picture of you. It just makes me smile. All right. We have the Fates. And this card also comes in upside down, the Fates. Okay, and this is the Fates. This is 17. So 1, new adventures, new journey. 7, that change in direction we talked about. 8, 1 and 7 is 8. So we have this, that infinity, right? Which tells us we have time. We don't have to feel pressure to do, right? We have time, but it also tells us that infinity symbol. We've been here before. What do we need to learn from the past experience? When I've been here before, what did I do to get out of this? What can let me look at this back in my Rolodex of my mind of what I can learn from this. I've been here before. I have wisdom and experience that I can use to help myself move forward with this. And the Fates reminds us that things that are meant for us are not going to go past us. Okay. The things that are meant for us are going to come to us, and that we have this opportunity to trust in the universe. Now, when the card is upside down, it says, hey, we want to accept the things that we can't change. We want to remind ourselves that change is constant. We want to release the stuff that we don't have control over. And we want to ask for collaboration. We're not asking for collaboration that says, hey, I want to turn this up, right set up. I want to ask for that collaboration. So the Fates reminds us that we are not alone. There is collaboration. It says, hey, we're only going to work on the stuff that I can control or that we can collaborate with together. Where can we collaborate? We're going to release the stuff that we can't change. Okay. We're going to let go of those things. And we're going to say, I can't worry about that. I don't have the power, right? I don't have the power to fix that problem. So that doesn't mean the problem's irrelevant. It doesn't mean the problem is going to magically go away. What it does mean is I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it over here in the pot, over here with my seedlings, and I'm going to put it over there and I'm going to let it work its own self out, because I don't have the power to fix that. So I'm going to put it over there and let it work its own self out. And that's discretion to say, what am I capable of? What do I have the power to change, shift, control? And what do I not? And when I don't have the power to change, shift, or control, I'm going to put it over there in the soil and I'm going to let Mother Earth and the energies and the spirits to work it out. Okay. Letting go of the stuff that we can't control. All right. So we have Claudette. All right. So Claudette, this is mending. 52. So a lot of 7s today, a lot of changes in directions, a lot of 7s. So 52, this is mending. This card reminds us that, one, we're not alone. We have the ability to co-create with the universe, but it also reminds us about forgiveness. Now, it's really interesting because in a spirit circle I belong to, we were asked to just speak from what was channeled or what was, coming through from us, through us. And the thing that came through to me, this was Friday, was about forgiveness. And the thing is, it wasn't about us forgiving others. It was being reminded that our loved ones have forgiven us, that our loved ones are not carrying anger, resentment, jealousy, all those grudgy things with them to the other side. They're not. And so this is this reminder that we don't have to carry that stuff either, because that stuff is not relevant to them. So it doesn't need to be so relevant to us. Okay. Certain things we can forgive. We don't forget. We hold the lesson. We do And so that we are we don't forget if something bad had happened to us, or we were connected with something bad, abuse or something like that. We don't forget. But we don't necessarily have to hold on to all the anger and rage to that other person. Okay. So this is this reminder that in our own hearts. We have control over our energy, and we can raise our own vibration to say, and I feel like this is a little bit of preaching to the choir for Claudette, because she has a lot of good energy. And I know you do a lot to work on your own energy, but this, I feel like, is this reminder to not try to fix the things that are not yours to fix, or that the other person's boundary is, or there's a boundary that's there for a reason. Yes, that's better. There's a boundary that's there for a reason, because sometimes these things kind of come back and go, hey, you want to revisit this? And it's okay for us to say, no, I don't need to revisit this right now, because mending is not all about fixing a relationship with other people. Mending is also fixing that relationship within ourselves that says, where do I need to get involved in this? No, that's not right for my energy. I'm going to mend and protect. I don't need to, I'm going to love that person away. Okay. I'm going to love that person. I don't need to love them in my life. I'm going to love them away. Okay. And so this just gives us permission to keep our boundaries up. Okay. But it also gives us permission to choose who we want to open the door for, or what situations we want to open the door for. So this is reminding you, Claudette, to maybe take an inventory of stuff that we might still be holding on to. Because remember, we saw with the leap of faith card way back in the beginning, right? That it was time for, where is it? There it is. This is the leap of faith card right from the beginning. This says leaving the past in the past. Okay. And so this is asking you to have some discretion as things are popping up for you to revisit. It's saying, listen, you get to choose. Just because something pops up does not mean you're required to deal with it. Okay. Just giving you permission and empowering you to choose. Okay. I hope that makes sense. All right. Let me check to the comments. Okay. We've got some thank yous and some thank yous. And we've got, Steve. Okay. We're going to come back to Steve. All right. So that was Claudette. We're going to do Sharon. Lots of Sharons. Makes me so happy. All right. So we've got Sharon and Gia, and we've got Belinda, and we're going to check Instagram. And I saw Steve. So we've got Sharon. All right. So we've got Sharon. So Sharon, this is go the distance 47. So 4 and 7 is 11. Okay. So 4 reminds us, again, 4 legs of the chair or table. You all have heard me say that a million times. We are supported. 7 is that change in direction. So as you are moving forward, Sharon, into a new direction and new things that are happening and new things that are trying to come into your life, that you are being supported along the way. But this is also telling you, go the distance is telling you that it's not necessarily going to be easy, but you have everything within you to make it to the finish line. Look, there's the finish line, right? He's running to the checkered flag. You have everything within you to believe in yourself and believe in your own abilities and have that confidence and know that you are okay and you are doing it right. Okay, that you have the abilities. So this is a confidence card that's saying, listen, you've got this, just keep going. Do not give up. Do not, pass, go, just keep going, right? That know that you are growing and expanding as you are going forward, and the powers that you have for the support, you are being given the tools to help you in this time of expansion. This is a great time of expansion because this is a new direction, and it's talking to you about great strength. These cheetahs, these leopards, I don't know if that's a cheetah or a leopard, they have the lung capacity to just breathe so much to be able to run so fast, and very quick twitch muscles, right? That says, I can make decisions. I can trust in my decisions because I can breathe deep, keep my body filled with oxygen. I know I can do this. Okay, this is a confidence card. I love this card. I love when this card comes up. So yay for you. All right. We've got Gia. All right, I need a little water. All right, we've got Gia and Belinda and Steve, and we're going to check Instagram. Okay, don't let me forget. All right, so Gia, this is co-create. I love this because this is 40. This is straight up, let's go for it. This is straight up, let's go for it. Because here's our cheetah that we just talked about. Here's the owl of the wisdom. And here is the egg of potential and creation and inspiration and all the things that we have inside of us. This is us, right? We have this egg. Now, what's so fantastic about this egg, I don't know if you can see it, is it has cheetah all over it. It says, hey, you've got all the wisdom. You've got all the strength. You have everything you need. And this is the 100% time to go for it. So this question, this card right here, Gia, is step it out of your comfort zone right now, right here, right now. This is 40 that says 4, you are supported. Those legs of the chair and the table we've talked about. But that 0 is like, and what are you going to do with it? Okay, so this is speed, power, expansion, growth, wisdom, potential, power, potential, creativity. This is literally, could you leave your house right now and every single light would be green, right? That's this card. That's this card. Oh, those are my two favoriteest cards. I mean, fantastic. I want to be on your path. No, I want to be on my own path, but those are fantastic cards, both of those cards for Sharon and for Gia. All right, so we've got Belinda. Belinda, this is between two worlds. This is three, okay, and more to the story. But Belinda, we're coming out of the dark. We're moving into the light. We're moving to a new place, new place, new place. That's a theme. Did y'all notice the theme today? New opportunities, new. How many sevens did we see today? I mean, threes and sevens, right? So look, this is about creativity, about evolving, about growth, your own spiritual growth, your own personal growth. This is you stepping forward into a new life. The old rules are done. We talked about that, right? With new life, right? The past isn't the past. Let it go. Step it forward. Step into what you would like to create. What is it that you want? Where are you going? Okay. And this is three that says there is more to that story. There's more to you. There's more to your story. What do you want that to look like? Where are you stepping forward into something that is blue and calm and has all the lights being green? I love these last three cards. Look at the calm water. It says, listen, it is time for you to step into growth, to allow yourself to grow. Spread those wings. Spread those wings. Okay. Now remember, the cards are pulled for you all individually, but the cards have resonance for all of us because we're all seeing this bigger message. Leave the past in behind. Take a step forward, allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to have these new experiences, allow yourself to step forward in faith that there will be blue skies, calm waters, spreading of wings. And I don't know if you've ever seen flamingos, a flamingo. I don't know if you've ever seen a flamingo. They walk with such grace and elegance. And even when they run, if you see them run, they all like Swan Lake. They're so elegant and they're so gorgeous, these birds. So this is the time. Step forward in faith. Step forward in trust and really just allow yourselves to grow. This is the opportunity, this time, the growth, spiritual growth is calling to us. Personal growth is calling to us. We need that. We all need it. Okay. Personal growth. All right. So we have Steve. Okay. So Claudette says that's what she's been working on. Fantastic. And Sharon says, yep, having this intuition and trying to work on that. Fantastic. All right. Spirit is the guide. Absolutely. Awesome. 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 All right. Awesome. 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 Fantastic. All right. So we're going to go back and get Steve. And I saw a couple other people come in. I'm going to check Instagram really quick. That says, oh, I think that's Claudette. So, okay, great. We've got making sure, because last time I missed the comments on Instagram. So this time I want to make sure I get those. All right. So we're going to do with Steve. I saw a couple other people came in and asked for cards. So we're going to make sure we hit those really quick. All right. So, all right, Steve, this is 24, time for a nap. All right. So very interesting. Where am I? Here I am. Okay. Here I are. Okay. So very interesting. Time for nap. So this is talking about now 2 and 4 is 6, right? So we know something new is trying to be birthed into the world, but it's asking us to take a little breath and to understand that not all the pieces are ready to be put into place, right? We see the things moving and it's coming and it's working on getting lined up, but it's not all completely like woven there yet. And so this is asking you to just be a little bit patient, take a rest, just you did all the work. It's all going to come together. Just allow it for those pieces to come together. But at the same time, that to know that everything is okay. And in that rest and rejuvenation period, what else can come through to you to say, what if there's more? What if there's bigger? Okay. Sometimes we get so caught up in this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing, and I've got to get this project finished, that we forget that it's okay to take a step, to have that rejuvenation. And it's in that quiet time that sometimes we'd be like, oh, I got it. There's something bigger. And so this is telling you it is okay for you to take a little rest. We saw Melissa's card came up with milk and honey to have some fun. I know y'all just came back from vacation, but it's okay to have a little bit of R&R, even if it's just afternoon. Maybe take the afternoon to just allow ourselves to regenerate, to allow those things to percolate and to get those new ideas. But just know that you've done all the work. for the growth and for the things to come to fruition, and know that this is the opportunity to just let those pieces finish knitting themselves into place. They're just not quite all there yet. Okay. All right. So, all right. We've got Catherine. Absolutely. What a nice picture of you on a wall, Catherine. All right, Catherine. This is higher power. Now, this was also upside down. Now, higher power is number 4. We've talked about 4 a lot today. Okay, but this card was upside down, and this is reminding us that it is okay and encouraged and to check in with our higher powers, to ask for that help, to ask for guidance. We talked about help. Asking for help is not weakness. It's not cowardice. It is strength. It's wisdom. It's discernment. It's courage. But this is knowing that there is something more there. Now, look how gorgeous she is. Okay, you can see her. She's in there. She's waiting for us. But they're kind of hidden because they can only come forward when we ask them to. And so this is so much about Spirit is saying, we are here. We are here. And Catherine, they want to be able to help you. They want to be able to co-create with you and collaborate with you. But it's so important for all of us to remember that that happens when we are asking them to come closer. And we talked about that in the beginning of our time together today, asking them to come closer, right? And I love the fact that all the cards, they may be for individuals, but they are so much for all of us as well. So Catherine, this is a reminder to ask them to come closer, giving them permission to be part of your life and to co-create with you. All right, let's see. Maria says, I would love a card. Need to keep up the faith. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a hard time to keep the faith. I mean, the world is loud. We've been saying that for years. The world is loud. It's getting louder. It's getting louder every day, right? And so that means we have to get our light louder every day. We have to get quieter so we can co-create. We've got to get quieter so we can shine brighter, right? So it's important that we are taking those times and saying, oh, I need some help to ask for, to get my faith boosted up. That's really important. So we've been talking about how it's not weakness. And here's Maria saying, I need some help to keep up the faith. And so, Maria, you can't make this stuff up. This is the card. It's community. It's community. I don't know that I can even say anything more about that. Okay. This is how we keep up the faith for all of us. This is how we shine our light brighter. This is how we come together to connect, to change the world for better. We build our community. We're part of our community. So Maria, what's around you? Who's around you where you could be connecting in with? Because this is knowing that when we are connected, we are better together. We are stronger together. And this card number is 8. We've talked about 8 a lot today, that we have plenty enough time. We've been here before. What lessons can we learn from being here last time? Where's the wisdom of our experience of being on this planet, knowing that we have something to bring to the table. We have something to share with others, and we need what others can share with us. So this is the card of community. You need a way to keep up your faith. Step in and connect with some other people here and IRL if you can. Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right. So Stephen says, thanks with no surprise. This is a confirmation cards for me. Stephen, the universe loves to send Stephen confirmation cards. Something I have sensed that this is a period of rest as things are coming together. Fantastic. I love it for you. I love it for you, my friend. All right. And we have got Catherine with a thank you. So fantastic. All right. So we're going to pick one more card for the collective, and then we'll wrap it up for our last day for a little while, just for a little while. All right. So this is by the book. Now, this is also upside down. Now, interesting because this is 11. So 1 and 1 is 2, but 1 and 1 is also tells us new journeys, new adventures, right? And we saw that. And I love this as the card for us to wrap it up because we started with the 9, right? That said, the past is in the past. It's done. Let's go. We're moving forward. And so this is really fantastic. That is saying that it is time for us to have these new adventures. All right. And we saw those connected numbers, 111, 333. So here's the ones. It says we are going in the right direction, right? But this was upside down. This card, the 11 card, which 1 and 1 is 2, which tells us we are never alone. We are never alone. There's always spirit, energy, love, loved ones, angels, guides, all of it. But this is, listen, we don't have to do the things the way someone else did it. We're going to do things in the way that's right for us. Okay. Follow your own path. Stay in your own lane. Okay. By the book doesn't mean when it's upside down, it doesn't mean don't cut corners. It says stay true to yourself. Stay in your lane. Allow the spiritual growth to happen for you right now. Allow yourself to spread your wings right now. Stay true to yourself. Do it the way that is right for you, not the way that someone else tells you should. I hate should. Okay. Do it the way that's right for you. Okay. Connect with the people who will lift you up as you do. Maria says, wow, better together, stronger. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Better together. Such a simple message, right? And by the book is like that too, is saying, listen, we are going together, right? The elephants are all going together. Thank you. Thank you. Go in peace, come in peace. I love that. The elephants are all together. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. All the elephants are together. They're in the community. We're in the community, but they're all going their way. They're stepping their way. They're following the path. They're following their own path. So stay true to yourselves. Allow yourself this time of new adventure and spiritual growth. Please don't hesitate to send me messages. I will answer as I can. I can't wait to be back with you. We will be back on right now planned for May 25th. Okay. And always want you to know this is our community. I'm so honored and grateful to have you all be part of it. I love being with you every week. I will miss you all terribly. I know you're going to be fine. I know I'm going to be fine. So I'm more worried about me having withdrawal than you. And I look forward to being back with you in just a few weeks and tell you all about it when I'm back. So know that you have so much more power to create and co-create, that they are all waiting for us to come in together and to ask them to come in and be with us. So know that you are not alone and you have so much more power than you think that you have. Claudette, this today was Colette Barron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, that was today. This is the little one. This is the big one. So, okay, Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, I am off. Have a fabulous few weeks. I will see you soon. You are loved. You are not alone. You are so powerful and you are so capable. I will talk to you soon. Mwah.